So you're watching this video because you're interested in joining our organization, or you already have joined our organization. So our values and our purpose is more important than anything else in the organization. It's more important than selling plastic. It's more important than our processes, our procedures. There's nothing more important than our values. And it gives us that blueprint to make decisions easily. So what are they? All in and play to win, open and honest, and learn, improve, grow. So when I talk to you about all in and play to win, I talk about is we're looking for people that want to be a part of something special. They don't just want a job, the 9 to 5, the 8 to 5 job. There's nothing wrong with that, but that's just not us. Like we're people that want to do something and create something special, a visionary company that endures forever. And in order to do that, we've got to be architects and create this great company together. And so when we're talking about all in and play to win, it's like, we're all in this together. It takes every single person. So, I'm going to read off a few things that embody, the all in and play to win. Going above and beyond. Going above and beyond is a big part, and I think that's pretty obvious. That's just what it means, going above and beyond. Making sure that, you're not leaving exactly at 5 o'clock every single day. If something has to be done and you have to stay till 6 or 6:15, that quote's got to go out and you're staying and doing it. People that leave right at 5 o'clock, it's just a little bit weird to us. Team over self. So humility is a big deal, but you can't be all in on this thing without being all in on the team. And, when we talk about our team, that's really what it is. We understand that it can't just be one person, but there's different parts to that team. Somebody's got to be on the offensive line. Somebody's got to be the tight end. There's got to be a quarterback and a running back, receivers. Like there are different positions, but when we hike the ball and we go, that is the most important. We're all in assembly together. And in order to make that play, everybody does different things, and we have to understand that. So team over self. Prepared, arrive early. So like I said, leaving, at 5 o'clock is just kind of weird. We want to make sure that we arrive early and that we're prepared, getting to work a little bit early. It's not saying you have to get to work early every single day and stuff like that, but it's saying that we're prepared. When we show up to things, we're not there to waste everybody's time. We're all in on this thing. Like, let's go. We're prepared. We've done the work beforehand, last night, preparing for today. We're not showing up disheveled and just, I don't know. No, that's not who we are. We're prepared and we arrive early. We never just go through the motions. So going through the motions is literally the opposite of what we're all about. We're all about continuous improvement, which we'll find out about the end, but we're never going to go through the motions. We're all in on this thing. We laugh a lot. Now, we have a lot of fun, and the reason why we laugh a lot and the reason why we have a lot of fun is because we're all in on this thing. Like, we want to be here together with the team doing stuff that's special, and because of that, we laugh a lot. We encourage each other. Encouragement is a big deal at Regal Plastics. Like with us, it's like we're such a team and we're all in on this thing. And so we're encouraging each other. We're leading with positivity and encouraging people when they do good. It's not, we're competitive, but when Houston does something or San Antonio does something or Austin does something great, like we're encouraging. We encourage each other. We want people to get better, and we love encouragement. Numbers tell us we're winning. So this has to do with the all in, the play to win portion. So we're very competitive. There's a lot of athletes in our organization and a lot of people that love sports, and we just want to win. And we play to win. We don't play just to play the game, but we play to win the game. And so the numbers, the metrics, are our scorecard. All is business is the new sport. You grow up, you're playing sports, business is the new sport. We want to win this game, just like we wanted to win sports growing up. And the numbers are that scorecard, and they're going to tell us if they're winning or not. And all this encompasses all in and play to win. Learn, improve, grow. So this is our second core value. We don't really number them, but for this, we're going to number them. Learn, improve, grow. When we talk about this, we're talking about continuous improvement. We want people into the organization that are listening to podcasts, reading books, that love, feedback, constructive criticism, and they want to learn and they want to get better. We find solutions and we problem solve. So there's a lot of businesses out there that this is exactly what we do, and it's kind of in this book. And that's what we do, but not us. We're not like that. We have to think outside the box. There's so many different applications and things we can do within the plastic distribution. So we are problem solvers. We're thinking about that, and we're going to go solve that problem for our customer. We love to take on new responsibilities, because how do we grow and how do we learn? Discomfort. Taking on new responsibilities is uncomfortable. It's hard, but we love it because it makes us improve, because we get better because of it. We're obsessed with personal growth. So podcasts, books, we're always talking about these things. This is a big part of who we are. We understand that, listen, we are this person today, but we want to be better tomorrow. It's very much the Matthew McConaughey Oscar speech whenever he talked about, who is my hero? My hero is myself 5 years down the line, because I can never really reach my hero, but I'm always striving to be better. So then when those 5 years are up, my next hero is that 5 years down the line. When he said that speech, when he won his Oscar, it was pretty groundbreaking. And it was one of those amazing speeches that we just really align with. So we just want to be better tomorrow than we were today. And that's a passion. How do we do that? Coaches, mentors, podcasts, books. We love these things. Things change and we love it. Complacency sucks. So the only constant is change, and things are always changing and ever evolving. Complacency sucks. So we just want to continue acknowledging change, taking in change, and then improving. That's a big part of who we are. Change is important, and we're changing often. If you don't like change, you're not going to love this company, because we change often. We're always moving and trying to beat ourselves. We don't look at beating the competition. We look at beating ourselves. We are willing to fail. Putting ourselves out there and letting ourselves fail is not a problem, because we have to fail in order to improve. You have to make a C to get a B. Like, you're not always going to make A's. Sometimes you're going to make bad grades, and you learn and you get better from that. And it's the same concept. Like, we're going to fail at things. We're going to fail at a lot of things. And that's how we grow, and that's how we learn. And that's important to us to understand that there's nothing wrong with failure. In fact, we love failure because we can grow and we can learn from it. Don't make excuses. Figure it out. We just want you to try. Just don't say we can't. Just give it the old try whenever faced with a challenge that you don't know. So this is going to be the all-encompassing right now. This is the learn, improve, grow portion. Next, we've got open and honest. Okay, so when we're talking about open and honest, what we're talking about is everything out in the open. Constructive criticism, feedback, courageously candid. This is a big part of who we are. This is this is my favorite, because everything is just out in the open. There's no bureaucracy. There's no red tape. There's none of that nonsense. We're just going to say what we mean and mean what we say. And we're going to do so respectfully, but we're going to agree to disagree. Debate is a good thing in our company because it makes us better. Enter the danger. Say what you're thinking. This has to do with courageously being candid. It's one thing, to go behind closed doors and say something. It's another thing to courageously say it in front of a group or out loud. And we encourage that, because there's nothing wrong with just being out there and just saying it courageously and candidly and holding people accountable, because we love them. It's out of good nature. It's out of wanting to improve, yourself or that person right next to you. And that's why we say it. We don't say it out of any other reason, out of love and wanting to improve and get better. We have the tough talks. Those tough conversations are when you really grow and you really build that relationship with one another. Every single tough thing in your life, think about every single thing in your life that you're proud of. Was it tough? Of course it was. That's just the way it is. You're never proud of stuff that's easy. You're proud of stuff that was tough. Tough conversations are important, and we love having them because we can get growth from them, and we grow as humans. We grow as people when we have those tough conversations. We're honest with our customers. We aren't afraid of giving bad news. We give bad news quickly. We find out about it. We have to be honest with them straight up. The truth will lead you free. If you're truthful and honest, 100% of the time, you're never going to have a problem. And, I learned that personally in my own life. It's just like, dude, just let it all out there. 100%. If you never, ever lie and you always tell the truth to your customers, you're never going to have a problem. And so we're honest with one another. We're honest with our thoughts, our feelings, and we're honest with our customers. Be humble and trustworthy. So ego doesn't work out in our company. In regards to ego, you can't, the humility, ego, and the trustworthiness of it, like being trustworthy, like if you have ego, you're not going to want to give feedback and be open and honest because you already know all the answers. So there's just no ego. It's all about being humble, humility. And when you have humility, you garner trust. And trust is absolutely vital. It's a big part of our organization. And that's why ego is gone. We love humility. And that has to do with open and honest because, when you're humility and when you have humility, you can be open and honest with one another and give and take feedback because you're not Mr. Know-It-All or Mrs. Know-It-All. Willing to take and give feedback. So I've talked on this a little bit, but it's so important to get better with learn, improve, grow. But open and honest, you have to give feedback. Like we want your feedback. I want your feedback telling me when I'm being an ass, telling me when I'm, an idiot if I'm doing something that's stupid. Like I want to know, as long as you bring it with respect and empathy, we want to hear it. Make sure that feedback is an important part of your personal life if you want to be in part of this organization, because feedback is one of our number ones. We love feedback. We love giving feedback, but even more, we love receiving feedback. And feedback is a two-way street. It is not just I'm your boss or I'm your direct report and I'm going to give you feedback. All of our feedback is open-ended both ways. We love it. Ideas come from everyone. So everybody in the organization, in order to get better, the front line, there's nothing more important than the front line. When you're on the front lines, you can really learn about what's going on. And whenever you're talking about ideas, you're talking about the front lines. That's where so many ideas come from because that's where the customers are and that's where the work is being done. And so ideas have to come from everybody. Listen, we cannot be a great company without ideas coming from all over the place and then, debating those ideas and using those ideas and trying lots of things with those ideas. And that is absolutely essential to who we are. So ideas have to come from all places. Never, ever, ever be shy about an idea that you have. We have to talk about it. Let's put it open because it could make us better. And the only thing we care about is being better. And the last one is humbly confident. Humbly confident, again, with open and honest. So we've got, the last part of open and honest is just being humbly confident. Listen, humbly confident, it is what it is. It's like, dude, we want you to be confident, but you've got to have that humility. And we talked about this a lot. Ego just does not work in our organization. It gets spit out and it is not a good thing. You have to have the humility to understand that you don't know it all and that you want to get better. And it's a big part of who we are. All right. So that's it. Those are our core values. And that's the most important thing in our organization. So, when it comes down to it, the values are what make us. Our principles, our values, and our core ideology. All this stuff that we're talking about is who we are. And if you come into our organization and you love these things, you're going to flourish. But if you make it in the organization and you don't like these things, or you're thinking about joining the organization and this isn't a good fit, please don't join the organization because you're not going to like it. It's not going to be a good combination. It's not going to be a good fit. So, that's it. That's all I've got. And, I love you guys and let's rock and roll. Work doesn't have to suck. That's our passion. That's our purpose. What do we mean by that? Well, what we want to do, what we strive to do every single day in our organization is to create engagement. So when people are driving to work and driving away from work every single day, our team members are genuinely thinking, you know what? I like what I do every single day. I feel like I have a purpose. I feel like my bosses listen to me. I feel like I make a difference. And I genuinely love what I do and who I do it with. I genuinely love everybody that I'm around. And the reason why is because we feel like if we can create that engagement and create a workspace, we spend so much daggum time working in our lives. So why does it have to suck? Because whenever you leave and you're driving away and you're genuinely engaged and genuinely enthusiastic about, like, man, I really like my job. You're going to go touch, your kids or, your spouse or the person in that Starbucks line on the way home, and you're going to touch them positively because you're happy. You're in a good mood because you feel like you come to work every single day and you make a difference. And that's what it's all about. By doing that, we feel like we can make a dent in this world by creating more positivity, more optimistic people who actually love what they do every single day. And in turn, we could touch and influence so many other people by creating this. So we know that we're never going to be perfect. But by God, we are always going to try to continue to get better and to continue to achieve this engagement, this platform to where people actually come in. All of our team members come in every single day and it's like, man, I love what it is that I do. And I feel like I have a say and I love who I do it with and I have a purpose. So, that's it. I mean, that's what we're passionate about. And so we're employee centered and we're working on these things. So, if you have ideas and you're in the organization to help this, bring them to us. We want to talk about it because if it can make us better and it can make us employee centered, we want to do it. And so, we are consistently working on mechanisms to put into place into the organization that back this passion and this purpose. So I just want to let you guys know that's our passion. Work doesn't have to suck. I love you guys.